Good afternoon, everyone. This is an update on the tropics for October 26th, 2022. We are going to be talking more at the tropical area to watch down here in the Lesser Antilles. Barbados, Trinidad, and Tobago are watching this. We are also going to be talking about this other tropical wave that has a potential to form into a tropical storm throughout the next week or so up there just north of Lesser Antilles, north of Puerto Rico, north of the Dominican Republic as well. Both areas do have a decent chance at forming into a tropical cyclone. We are going to get right into it here, and this is the National Hurricane Center 5-day graphical tropical weather outlook. And as you can see, there's those two areas to watch. We have that one that is north of Puerto Rico. This now has a 50% chance of a cyclone formation in 5 days, which has a decent chance, a 50-50 chance that this does form into a tropical storm. And as you can see, there's Bermuda right there. That is right outside of those outskirts. Again, that area is a 50% chance to see a tropical cyclone within the next 5 days. We do have that other area to watch down there in the Caribbean that is currently west of the Trinidad and Tobago area. This has a 40% chance of a cyclone formation in 5 days as of 2 p.m. And from the National Hurricane Center, an area of low pressure is expected to form over the eastern Caribbean Sea this weekend. Environmental conditions are forecast to be conducive for gradual development. A tropical depression could form by early next week, while the disturbance moves generally westward or west-northwestward over the central Caribbean Sea. So definitely Tropical Storm Lisa could definitely be possible here within the next week or so with either of these two disturbances currently in the Atlantic. Now, looking at today's GFS model, this is the 12Z run that came out this morning. We are going to be moving forward. We could definitely see a lot of development here within even the next 24 hours within that one disturbance that is south of Bermuda. This is going to be moving northward into some lower wind shear values, which may have some development there. Even a tropical depression, tropical storm could be possible within that one disturbance if the conditions are going to be prime. Which, what I'm looking at right now, wind shear values, we have a little pocket here of low wind shear that's actually going to be moving eastward slowly, and this is what's going to give this one system right here a chance at development into a tropical depression or even a low wind tropical storm. As you can see down here in the Caribbean, we can definitely see a tropical storm here forming by October 31st, and this is going to be 6 p.m. of October 31st, where again GFS model is showing that gradual development of a possible tropical cyclone there in the Caribbean. Even a hurricane could be possible if conditions are going to be good for this tropical cyclone. But looking at the European model, let's see if this actually recognizes this today, and which the European model doesn't really take these small of storms into notice, but definitely you could see a lot of that rainfall that is associated with that tropical wave down there in the Caribbean. And you can definitely see some development within this one area, north of Puerto Rico and north of the Dominican Republic as well. So definitely a lot of circulation within that one system, which could lead to a tropical depression or even a tropical storm later on here in the next few days within that one. But the Caribbean, we're still kind of 50-50 chance here of whether this could form or whether it could just bust and not really have any tropical storm forming in the Caribbean. But we will have to watch that very closely in the Caribbean within the next week or so. The CMC model definitely has been showing a little bit of development in the Caribbean there, not much, but definitely shows that one tropical system moving through, and the icon model does show this as well. Just a very weak tropical system moving through. GFS model has definitely been leaning towards a tropical storm or even hurricane. But again, a lot of these GFS models have been trending towards that tropical storm status at least. So we are going to have to watch this again very, very closely until we get a chance at trying to see where this is going to form, because the low pressure hasn't actually formed yet. We are expecting a low pressure to form down there in the Caribbean, right near the Trinidad and Tobago area. And once we get that low pressure forming, we will really get a lot of that data to see if this will actually form into a tropical storm or not. later on in the next few days or so. Now, here's the Canadian model, which does have this actually forming a lot more south here, or just off of the northern tip there of South America. And this doesn't have a ton of vorticity, but definitely, you could definitely very well see that low pressure forming down there. And this kind of has this sort of path here to Central America from the northern tip of South America, which again is very interesting because we have models that, again, the GFS model doesn't have it forming right there, and then possible hurricane. And a lot of these other models don't really have this as a major hurricane or anything like that, mainly as at most a tropical storm, which I do agree that this is at most going to be a tropical storm due to, again, we have a lot of wind shear in this area that's going to affect the strengthening of this system. And really, I think this is going to stay in the Caribbean for right now. But again, we will get most of that data here in the next week or so. Probably at most 5 days from now, we are going to get a lot more data to see if this is going to form, and the National Hurricane Center is going to have more confidence in this forming, or more confidence that this isn't going to form. We will keep you updated with more frequent videos here on the channel around 2 p.m. Central Time. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn up post notifications so you don't miss a single upload or live stream. Make sure to share this video with any friends or family. Like the video as well. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.